Are you feeling stressed and tired all the time? Maybe you have adrenal fatigue and should investigate the nutritional supplements advertised to treat it. But wait, is adrenal fatigue really a thing, or is it a fake diagnosis? Should you buy those nutritional supplements or keep your cash? Benefits or BS? Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this episode.
They're back. ProCare Health's customer favorite calcium dark chocolate bars are now available online at procarenow.com. Creamy chocolate plus calcium and vitamin D. You'll love them. Use code SUSAN10 to save 10%.
Hi, I'm registered dietitian nutritionist Dr. Susan Mitchell, ex-radio girl turned podcaster. You're listening to the Bariatric Surgery Success podcast, episode number 81. In my many years of practice, some topics like weight loss in the beginning of a new year pop up over and over. Adrenal fatigue, it's one of those topics. That's why I do what I do. I'm here to cut through the hype and BS and share accurate, evidence-based information worthy of your time and efforts. Simple, step-by-step strategy so you can change your life now. I want you to feel good every day and get out there. Do the things that matter. Do the things you want to do. That's why I do this Bariatric Surgery Success podcast. The term adrenal fatigue has been around, 20 years at least, and every year it pops up again and again, just like whack-a-mole. So for giggles, I did a Google search on the words adrenal fatigue, and in 0.6 seconds, I got over 23 million results. Did you catch that? 23 million results, selling everything from home test kits to all types of nutritional supplements to treat it. Well, before we dive in, have you shared Bariatric Surgery Success with someone who might benefit from it? I would be so grateful if you would just take a minute and share this episode with someone you know who would find it valuable. All you have to do, go to the platform where you listen, click the share button or the icon, and send it to them. What is adrenal fatigue? Well, it's the supposition that exposure to ongoing stress in your life drains the adrenal glands and then slows or shuts them down, resulting in you feeling pooped all the time. Well, you may feel pooped, but it's not because of impairment of your adrenal glands from adrenal fatigue. Ask almost any endocrinologist and you will hear there is no such thing. They use words such as made-up diagnosis or misdiagnosis, or my personal favorite, nonsense, whenever they're discussing the words adrenal fatigue. Bottom line, it's not a clinical diagnosis or a true medical condition. In fact, in the U.S., the medical billing codes referred to as the International Classification of Diseases, or the ICD-11 for short, does not have a diagnostic code for adrenal fatigue. It is not recognized as a medical condition. What does that tell you? Put your cash back in your pocket. Your adrenal glands are located on the top of your kidneys, one on each kidney. They have numerous roles in the body, such as playing a part in metabolism and your immune system. Another role is to produce hormones such as aldosterone, testosterone, and cortisol. Bet you know of cortisol, right? Because you manufacture more cortisol when you're stressed. But, and here's the kicker, your adrenals don't hit a wall and stop producing cortisol because your stress is off the charts, resulting in adrenal fatigue. Instead, your adrenals are made to work and to keep going. These symptoms of fatigue can have numerous origins, and adrenal glands can develop or be part of other diseases. There are recognized diseases that do affect the adrenals, but adrenal fatigue, not one of them. Numerous research studies have rejected this concept of adrenal fatigue as a medical diagnosis, but it appears there's a disconnect between conventional medicine, where adrenal fatigue is viewed as nonsense, and complementary alternative medicine, also known as CAM, where it's a thing. This can really be frustrating for you, especially. Do you have friends or neighbors who swear by certain nutritional supplements that have worked for them and what they call adrenal fatigue? The hope they share can make you run right out and buy a product, fake or not, right? It's not easy with so much misinformation and not always knowing what's correct. So one thing you can do is just make sure you develop a good relationship with your healthcare provider. This can be so helpful. Build good communication so you can talk about these things and then develop a real plan that's going to work for you. Well, even more concerning than the fake diagnosis are the dietary supplements sold to treat it. Remember that the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, in the U.S. doesn't tightly regulate supplements. So manufacturers can basically make all kinds of promises without any research to support them. Since supplements are not regulated, it's hard to know what you're taking. More importantly, what are they going to do to your body now or down the road? So, for example, a study from the Mayo Clinic found that many dietary supplements promoted for adrenal fatigue actually contain, get this, some type of steroid hormone and some thyroid hormone, both of which can not only interact with various medications you might be taking, but might affect your body's own production of cortisol. Not the outcome you want. So bottom line, there's not a dietary supplement that works for adrenal fatigue because it's a made-up diagnosis. You have enough to think about and work on before and after surgery. So don't be misled by the marketing BS to spend your money on something that doesn't exist. Your body and you are worth it.
Bariatric Surgery Success with dietitian Dr. Susan Mitchell is produced and owned by Practicalories, LLC, all rights reserved. Remember, the content provided on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't create a patient-provider relationship. It's intended to provide reference material and is not designed to provide medical advice. Please consult your healthcare provider regarding any medical issues you have relating to symptoms, conditions, diseases, diagnosis, treatments, and side effects. Podcast guests express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions which do not necessarily reflect or agree with the host, Dr. Susan Mitchell or Practicalories, LLC.